Hello and welcome to Steve's Backyard Bonsai. Today I'm going to be working on my Thuja Occidentalis Primo. This is the original tree. This was the first cutting I took from right about here, and this was the second cutting I took from right about here. The first cutting location has completely healed, and the second one is well on its way. So I need to trim these up to make them look like little trees, and I may even get another cutting off of this guy. All right, let's get started. Well, this is quite a lovely tree. It has some beautiful, dense foliage, and it's quite healthy. First thing I'm going to do is remove the moss, which just kind of grew here. And I'll put it on my moss tray and see if I can't get it to continue growing. I'm just going to brush the trunk a little bit to get rid of any moss that's growing up on the trunk. It's kind of got a flat root base, flat meaning it's broad from here to here, but it's flat when you look on this way. I don't know that that's ever going to improve. I can only hope it does. Okay, let's get critical with this guy. Let me raise it up so it's easier for me to work on. That was the front I had chosen some time ago. So, I want to get some separation between these branches, and in order to do so, I've got to clear out some of the clutter. I want to thin these out so that they look like proper branches rather than just blobs. Some stuff growing down I can get rid of, and a few things growing straight up. Has an interesting growth pattern. The leaves kind of grow 90 degrees from each other. Like one will grow this way, another one will grow this way. Very interesting. So I had thought about wiring this branch down, but it looks as though I can get the same effect by just thinning it out. I may thin it more in this direction. Let's move up another branch. Before I decide if I'm going to keep all the branches or not, I'll go through this exercise. And when I first got this tree, I did wire, but I'm not sure I need to wire this tree. Trying to be real careful, because it's very easy to overdo it. See this piece right here? That's a lot, but you know what? It's growing up. And I think I could take it off. And there's a section that grows out of the profile here. So let me find a good place to prune that one back. There's portions of this that are not as vigorous. A section that grows straight up. It's part of another frond. I can take the whole thing off. Okay, I've got two sections now trimmed up kind of nice. Right here, there's a bit that's interfering. Reach in and thin out the sections that look a little brown. Go back and trim those branch ends shorter. This species is also known as a dwarf arborvitae. But I wonder if this is out there with a number of different names. I've seen some similar, like a dwarf hinoki cypress. That might actually be the same. And this is truly delicate work here. And I'm not that concerned about a front for this tree. I had chosen a front when I put it in this pot, but before I'm done today, I may choose a different front for when I repot. And this one has been in here now, I think this is the third year. It has a lovely smell. I was about to cut this piece off, but that's a lot. I'm just going to pare down the top of that. Some of this I can clean out with my fingers. I'm trying to make it so you can see the branch structure. All right, let's move up. This is kind of pointy here. I wonder if I can cut these back, these little fans back, instead of cutting them off completely. It's a fun tree to work on. It's opened up quite a bit. Now I'll finish this tree and then I'll do the others in fast motion and we'll look at them all together. Yeah, they're so dense. The interior of these branches in most cases has a lot of brown growth. But clearing out the intersections here makes it so you can actually see some branching. And any more thinning I can do here? Yeah, it looks as though there is. I've been meaning to prune these for a while. When these go dormant, they get a beautiful winter red color. Thuja Occidentalis Primo. I did take a lot off. It looks more like a tree. I think it still has some serious growing to do Trying to deal with the interference. Okay, this is the front I had chosen for this tree some time ago. I want to get some separation here. There's a central branch that I could get rid of. I better put the scissors down before I do something I'll regret. All right, let's see how this recovers. Let me get the next one up and we'll go into time-lapse mode. Nice tree. Beautiful light today. Okay, this is the cutting I took first. And the first thing I want to do is cut the lower branches off so it has a trunk. I said I would go into fast mode, and I will, but I just wanted to talk about what I think I want to do here. All right, that's low enough. Okay, I'm going to take the top off of this tree and give myself another cutting to root. There's a good place for that. You should do it where there's a new natural leader growing, or try not to care and just cut it where you want to cut it. There is a leader there. All right. I'm going to get this in some soil, put some rooting compound on it, and hope for the best. I'll trim that up a little bit more and put it in some soil. All right, let's go into fast mode. Now, maybe a little bit upset with myself with how much I took off of this one. I took off the top beyond what I took off before to try and get this to grow up. This tree is definitely two-dimensional, but I'm hoping clearing this out causes some of these branches to turn. Still a little crowded right there. Well, but that's it for this tree. But it's a healthy tree, so let's see what happens with it growing in the greenhouse. I'll also give it a little fertilizer for another month or so. Maybe I'll get some growth. Just to give you a sense of the size of this tree, there's my hand. It's a very small, I would say, mame tree. All right, this one had some trouble getting stabilized in the pot, so I had it with rocks on it for the whole season, and it's pretty sturdy in there now. Do I want to take that whole lower branch off? I think I do. This branch is dead. All right, let me see if I can get these cuts flush. I didn't quite go into fast mode here because there isn't really that much to take off. So you might as well watch me do it. This one's not as healthy. And maybe because for such a long time it was kind of loose in the pot. All right, I'm really hoping this fills in. A little weird. We'll see what I can do with it over the years. Okay, that's it for today. I'll put a little more soil on top of all of these trees just to make them look a little more pretty, a little prettier. And that'll be it for today. Thanks for keeping me company in my backyard.